The inspiring story of Annabhahu Sathe. Annabhahu Sathe, born Tukaram Baburao Sathe on August 1, 1920, in the small village of Wadagaon in Maharashtra, India, was a revolutionary figure in Indian literature and social reform. His life and work have left an indelible mark on the cultural and social landscape of India, particularly in the fight for the rights and dignity of the oppressed. Despite facing insurmountable odds, he rose to prominence as a prolific writer, a passionate activist, and a voice for the marginalized. Early life and struggles. Annabhahu Sathe was born into the Dalit community, traditionally regarded as one of the most oppressed and marginalized groups in India. His family faced severe poverty, and as a young boy, he was forced to abandon his education after the first grade to support his family. This early encounter with the harsh realities of life became the foundation for his empathy towards the downtrodden and his lifelong commitment to social justice. The young Tukaram moved to Mumbai in search of better opportunities. The city's sprawling slums, where he lived, exposed him to the struggles of the working class and the social injustices faced by Dalits and other marginalized communities. These experiences deeply influenced his worldview and later became the central themes of his literary work. A voice for the oppressed. Annabhahu Sathe's writing career began in the 1940s, a period marked by the rise of the labor movement and the struggle for India's independence. Despite being uneducated, his natural talent for storytelling, combined with his deep understanding of the plight of the oppressed, made his work resonate with the masses. He wrote in Marathi, the language of the common people, ensuring that his stories were accessible to the very communities he sought to uplift. Sathe's literary contributions are vast, encompassing novels, short stories, poems, and plays. He is credited with writing over 35 novels, 200 short stories, and numerous plays and folk songs. His works, such as Fakira, Vajanta, and Mumbaichi Lavani, are celebrated for their vivid portrayal of the lives of the poor and oppressed. Fakira, perhaps his most famous novel, tells the story of a Dalit hero who rebels against the injustices of the feudal system, embodying the spirit of resistance and resilience that characterized Sathe's own life. Social activism and the Dalit Panther movement. Beyond his literary achievements, Annabhahu Sathe was also an influential social activist. He was a key figure in the Dalit Panther movement, a radical movement inspired by the Black Panthers in the United States. The Dalit Panthers sought to challenge the systemic discrimination and violence faced by Dalits and advocated for their political and social empowerment. Sathe's activism was not limited to the written word. He actively participated in labor strikes, protests, and other forms of resistance against the oppressive systems that marginalized the poor and the Dalits. His work in the labor movement and his commitment to social justice earned him the title of Lok Shahir, meaning people's poet. Through his activism and writing, Sathe sought to awaken the consciousness of the oppressed and inspire them to fight for their rights. He believed that literature and art could be powerful tools for social change, and he used his creative talents to challenge the status quo and advocate for a more just and equitable society. Lessons for the young generation. Annabhahu Sathe's life and work offer several valuable lessons for the young generation. 1. Resilience in the face of adversity. Sathe's life is a testament to the power of resilience. Despite being born into poverty and facing discrimination, he did not succumb to despair. Instead, he channeled his experiences into his writing and activating his voice to fight against the very systems that sought to oppress him. His story teaches us that adversity can be a source of strength and inspiration, driving us to achieve greatness. 2. The power of education and knowledge. Although Sathe had limited formal education, he was a voracious reader and a keen observer of the world around him. He understood that knowledge is power, and he used his self-taught skills to articulate the struggles of the oppressed. For the young generation, his life underscores the importance of continuous learning and the pursuit of knowledge, regardless of one's circumstances. 3. Commitment to social justice. Sathe's unwavering commitment to social justice is one of his most enduring legacies. He dedicated his life to fighting for the rights of the marginalized, using his art as a vehicle for social change. His work reminds us that we all have a responsibility to stand up against injustice and to work towards a more equitable society. Young people today can draw inspiration from his example, recognizing that they too can be agents of change in their communities. Number 4, the importance of cultural identity. Sathe was deeply connected to his cultural roots, and he used his writing to celebrate and preserve the rich traditions of the Marathi-speaking people, particularly the Dalit community. He understood the importance of cultural identity in shaping one's sense of self and community. His work encourages young people to take pride in their heritage and to use their cultural identities as a source of strength and resilience. 5. The role of art and literature in social change. Sathe believed that art had the power to inspire and mobilize people. His stories, poems, and songs were not just entertainment, they were tools for awakening the social consciousness of the masses. He demonstrated that creativity can be a powerful force for social change, and that artists and writers have a crucial role to play in shaping society. Young people who are passionate about the arts can look to Sathe as a model for how to use their talents to make a positive impact on the world. 6. Unity and solidarity. Throughout his life, Sathe emphasized the importance of unity and solidarity among the oppressed. He believed that collective action was necessary to challenge the structures of oppression and to bring about meaningful change. His activism and involvement in movements like the Dalit Panthers illustrate the power of coming together for a common cause. For today's young generation, his life serves as a reminder that there is strength in numbers and that solidarity is essential in the fight for justice. Conclusion. Annabhahu Sathe's life is a powerful example of how one individual's determination, creativity, and commitment to justice can leave a lasting impact on society. His journey from a poor, uneducated Dalit boy to a celebrated writer and social activist is nothing short of inspiring. For the young generation, Sathe's story offers valuable lessons in resilience, the pursuit of knowledge, the importance of social justice, and the role of art in creating change. Annabhahu Sathe यांची जीवनकथा खूप प्रेरणादायक आहे. त्यांनी आपले जीवन गरिबीत आणि समाजाच्या तिरस्कारात सुरू केले, परंतु त्यांच्या आत्मविश्वासाने आणि कष्टाने ते एक महान लेखक, कवी आणि समाजसुधारक बनले. अन्नाभाऊ साठे यांनी आपल्या लेखनातून दलित आणि शोषित लोकांच्या व्यथा, वेदना आणि संघर्ष यांचे जिवंत चित्रण केले. त्यांनी 6 पेक्षा जास्त कादंबऱ्या, 6 लघुकथा आणि अनेक नाटकं आणि लोकगीते लिहिली. अन्नाभाऊ साठे यांच्या जीवनातून आपल्याला अनेक महत्त्वाचे धडे शिकायला मिळतात. त्यांनी प्रतिकूल परिस्थितीत खंबीर राहण्याचे महत्त्व दाखवून दिले. शिक्षण आणि ज्ञान हे शक्तिशाली साधन असल्याचे त्यांनी सिद्ध केले. जरी त्यांना औपचारिक शिक्षण मिळाले नसले तरीही त्यांनी स्वतःला शिकवून मोठे केले. सामाजिक न्यायासाठी त्यांनी आपले संपूर्ण जीवन समर्पित केले. त्यांनी लोकांना एकत्र आणून एकत्रितपणे अन्यायाविरुद्ध लढण्याची प्रेरणा दिली. अन्नाभाऊ साठे यांनी आपल्या सांस्कृतिक ओळखीचा अभिमान ठेवला आणि आपल्या लेखनातून आपल्या समाजाचे आणि संस्कृतीचे संरक्षण केले. त्यांच्या जीवनातून आजच्या पिढीला कला आणि समाजात सकारात्मक बदल घडवून आणण्याची प्रेरणा मिळते. अन्नाभाऊ साठे यांचे जीवन एक उदाहरण आहे की आपल्या परिस्थितीवर मात करून दृढ इच्छाशक्तीने आपल्याला मोठं करता येतं. त्यांचा वारसा आजही आपल्याला प्रेरणा देतो आणि समाजातील प्रत्येकाला समानतेच्या आणि न्यायाच्या मार्गावर चालण्यासाठी प्रोत्साहित करतो.